Jim Jones and 50 going back and forth.
Niggas wild.
Yeah.
Niggas wild.
I mean,
it's a lot. The whack shit is you can't get involved, right? Because Cam and Jim fix their shit.
That's
You can't.
Cam and Mace, you mean?
No, say Cam and Jim fix their shit.
Oh, say.
Pause,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Say that happens and you pick the side, you look dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You look nuts. It do seem like it's too far past, right? Because once you throw the Sinatra, you know what I mean? Throw that ocean out there. I just don't understand how the Frank got thrown. It doesn't make sense. To me, it seemed that Jones was just, he knew he was wrong. Like that's a juvenile swipe at when you feel, because there's no way, no one watched that happen and thought you were right with Fifth at the time, right? No.
Right.
Now, we didn't know the inner workings, but no one knew what was really going on, right? Bang. So however he feels slighted, he feels wrong. We heard the phone call. All of us heard it together, right? He called up there to the radio station in defense of Jim.
yes.
That's what it seemed like to us. As outsiders looking in, he called because you said Cox was a graveyard. Boom, he was defending Jim. He said, nah, nigga, fuck you. Like that whole shit started because your man was defending you. So, right? For weeks later, for you to be with 50, it don't make sense. When it's on, like you would think if Cam and 50 see each other somewhere, it's lit, it's up.
Yeah.
Nobody ever talks to 50 this way. No one jokes with Cam this way either, right? We thought it was gonna be something. So for you to be over there, you was wrong, my nigga. Niggas, you feel me? Like we're all grown adults. We're men.
Yeah.
You can admit when the nigga's wrong. You wrong, dog. So I feel like that was just his way of, it's like when you fight back too much, you're too defensive because you know you fucked up.
You did something wrong.
So you just gonna throw the Frankers. That's a lot. I think that was a lot, son. It was a way, because the shit that happened when he asked that question, 50 was more disrespectful. Cam wasn't. He didn't even say the nigga's name. He said, how did this happen? He would have been crazy to not say that. If you would have watched that whole shit and 50, and Cam don't bring up the fact that, yo, we had this situation.
Right. That's what everybody want to hear.
Nigga, that's the only reason. That's why they saved it for the last portion. And that was 30 minutes of it, too.
Yeah.
Niggas wanted to see that. Niggas, some people probably skipped to that.
Fast forward it. Yeah.
You feel me? Niggas want to see that interaction.
Right.
Because that's what sells, controversy. So he had to ask the question, and then I thought he did it very politely. And if you look back in history, I don't remember Cam ever disrespecting Jones, ever.
No.
Ever. I don't remember that.
I don't remember specifically, but I remember the back and forth. Because I remember Cam went live once. I don't know if you want to call it disrespectful, but he went live once and he did this whole tirade. Remember he called Mendices. Mendices was locked up. And he
Now, hold on.
Mendices
Was that disrespectful, or was his version of the truth telling events?
Yeah. But you having Mendices on and having him recount specific stories where you're giving him the space to be disrespectful might be taken a certain way.
Absolutely. Could it be taken a certain way? Did he disrespect him? That's all I said.
No.
But there was a reason it was done. You're correct.
Yeah.
You're not wrong for saying that. You're correct, 100%.
And
but was he disrespectful to him? That's all I said. My nigga.
Everything-
That's all I'm asking. Come on.
Or if I call you and I'm doing it on live and I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing negative about Darnell, but
Pop,
nigga,
wild
go
out.
ahead and Pop, I can tell the story.
Yeah,
though.
Pop, wow.
You know the story I'm talking about.
Hold on. Did he disrespect him? That's all I said.
Personally, no.
Hold
He
on.
facilitated it.
He did administer.
Okay.
And
Correct.
it seems like it was in like retaliation.
And it was retaliatory
Right.
to his, I think it was a Funk Flex interview.
Yes.
Where he was up there saying whatever he said. So it was always in response.
Yeah.
And it was still not disrespect from him.
Because I think where Jim goes wrong is that they have whatever issues they have, and then Jim is the one that goes
Public.
Always.
public
It
with
should
it.
never be public, dog.
And I
Especially,
think-
no one wins when the family feuds. Y'all niggas is brothers. Y'all knew each other for all this time.
Yes.
And y'all go years without speaking sometimes.
And I think that's why he does that.
Yeah, but it's
I
like,
think Jim feels like he probably can't get through.
Can't
He
reach him,
talk.
right? That's
So
what that
he
was my
goes
feeling.
out.
but he can
25.
reach him.
I don't
But he
know.
can. They have each other's numbers. They can always talk.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's a man too, and they're very prideful. Both of them niggas are very prideful niggas, man.
Yeah.
So Cam ain't about to reach out first. Jim ain't about to reach out first. But
A lot
now
of that should be
I
ego.
just think it's too far now because now you can't throw the Frank, my nigga. That's too
Yeah.
much.
And I think they have what you call it, two different responses to it. Cam seems like he's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet and get away from you. And Jim gets emotional and you know what I mean?
Way more confrontational.
Yeah.
Jim Jones,
Cam
I
is
feel like,
not
is a
spending time on this shit.
Yeah.
he's a very passionate person.
He's
He's
certainly
gen-
going to reply.
He's certainly now he has to.
He's,
I mean, you don't have
he's
a-
genuinely hurt though.
I'm sure.
Jim
Jim
Jones
is, yeah.
But
That's what you took from that interview?
I think Cam's probably hurt too, but Cam's gonna show us hurt differently.
Differently, correct.
Wait, so
gonna
you
be
took
comical.
hurt from that interview?
Yeah,
That's what I
Kim
took
is
from
hurt.
it.
My nigga.
So
that's amazing.
I took it as like just an ego thing, and I feel like what ends up happening sometimes, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Jim Jones fan. I'm a fan of Jim Jones, right?
Yo,
I feel like what happens sometimes is when you're a public figure, it doesn't matter if this person says it to you, if enough surrounding or outside people talk shit or say things that put you in a place, you might end up responding to something or insult that someone might have not even said or might not even felt.
what do you mean?
I agree.
So like when Jim was saying, like when he was talking about, oh, well, I wasn't under Cam, like, we was partners, like, but like, I feel like that's more so, I don't know whatever agreement or whatever situation you had with Cam. In past interviews, you would say shit like Mace taught me how to rap and different things like that. So niggas are looking at it as you were a support to, and that's not a bad thing. No one thinks that you supporting your people. If anything, I hold you in the highest esteem to be able to stay in your lane and support your mans or whoever it is, right? But if enough people, now that you're in a place where you're a boss, it's kind of weird to like go back and rewrite history. We're like, oh yeah, I was never under anybody, or niggas didn't sign me, or niggas didn't teach me how to, like,
So
I don't know. I
think
think
it's
that's
something deeper
ego
than
and
that.
less,
I don't think
less
he,
hurt.
from what I listened to like Jim's interview or whatever, I don't think he was saying that he was partners in Dipset, right? But before that, he said I was a soldier, so I did whatever I had to do to make sure everybody was safe. You know what I mean? Away at home. And he's saying that he was a soldier. He was like, I was a good soldier. And he just felt that at a point, Cam kind of like had a disregard for it. And Cam was just looking out for himself. And Jim was like, yo, I still have to look out for me. You know what I mean?
And I hear that, my nigga. But first of all,
that's all internal.
and that's taken crazy because you ain't never make me safe. I'm a grown man, right? So that's going to be taken, right? That's going to be taken confrontationally. But you mean you're a soldier, right? And Cam will go into that, and then alive he'll say that he this, that, and this, right? And that's when those.
Yeah.
And then he say he designed all the Dipset, like the aesthetic, the way they look.
Yeah.
Even down to Cam
The way they dress and
wearing
everything.
pink in the pink car.
Well, that's debatable, right? Because that's not going to be taken a certain way. But confrontational as men, right? You want to be able to protect yourself. So that's going to be a problem. To say that, you can say Jim Jones is probably the best dressed rapper, or he's the best dressed athlete, entertainer, whatever, the famous nigga. I agree to that. Jones was the freshest one, pause. But what that got to do with, that's nothing. Cam is not going to take a
comment about clothes.
Yeah, like he's not going to be mad about that. Even if you were to say, oh, I stole a pink idea from you, whatever. Cam ain't going to give a fuck about that.
Superficial.
Yeah, but the issue is for you to run around saying, I held you down, like physically, like you were the muscle or some shit, right? He's going to take, you're going to take offense to that.
Yeah.
Everyone is. You would, all of us would.
Reg is clearly my muscle.
But niggas are going to take, if this was a real thing, right, and you're in the street and you have to look a certain way, you're going to take offense to a nigga repeatedly making it seem like he made you safe. And
Like you couldn't defend
he
yourself.
created the ability for you to move around safely.
Yeah.
That's untrue. Fact. And we're just going to have that.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm a grown man and I was able to fight my own battles from day one. And that's how niggas feel. So we can't speak to that because we don't know.
Right.
And I feel like that's going to cause an issue every single time. And if you remember the live, mostly the whole 3 hours
Yeah, I remember.
was him
Disputing that whole
those
situation.
claims.
Yes.
Those physical threat claims. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
That was it. Because when he went on Flex, he was saying about how he almost went to jail for this, that, and this. And Cam was disputing those things. I think that's what it all boils down to be honest. And then you can't fault Jones for feeling a certain way, and then you can't fault Cam for feeling a certain way. So I don't pick a side. What I'm saying is the response that we seen in that interview was wrong. So I'm picking Cam's side on that because you were wrong, my nigga.
Yeah.
You felt you didn't have an answer for disloyalty. Niggas was checking your loyalty, saying, what would have made you go over there with 50?
Yeah.
And then 50's response made it look crazier.
Because 50 did shit like that on purpose.
50 made you look like it seemed like he made you look like a puppet. That was a wild response. So that's what made Jones react viscerally like that. I get it, nigga. I get it.
Yeah.
Say that to 5 though. Don't say it to Cam.
Because
Cam
they
ain't say nothing
clearly
wrong.
don't fuck with each other.
Correct,
Clearly.
nigga. So say
That's
that.
the problem.
That's your issue then. Say that to 50.
But
then.
at the same
50 was
time-
the one that made that disrespectful. Cam didn't.
At all.
But hold on.
But
was
you
Cam
did it though.
Huh?
But you did it. You participated in it.
How? What was he supposed to stand up and say? That's enough. Don't say nothing else about it.
No. I'm saying Jim participated in it.
Correct. You went there.
You went.
You answered the call.
So there'd be nothing to talk about.
There's not a nigga that could call me right now to go sit on the couch and talk bad about y'all.
Period.
Same.
There's not a nigga that can call me and say that. Not a nigga. It could be my own brother. Right? I wouldn't talk to you.
Don't press that button for $1 million.
It don't make no sense. No, I'm pushing the button.
Yeah,
Nigga, we pressed the button.
Yeah, we split the
Pause.
button.
I'm not discrediting anyone talking bad about anybody. Mr. Beast, nigga, I wouldn't even have an interview. I press the button, I go home. Simple. But what I'm saying is, you look wrong for that, my nigga. And I feel like when you're backed against a corner like that, and niggas is asking you, yo, why you disloyal? He's probably had to answer that question a lot of times.
Yeah.
And now you on a couch, interview, hot mics, hot camera, and you just like, yeah, man. And I just feel like he overstepped, dog. That's all I'm saying. I feel like you overstepped. He could have played that into a joke. He's funny enough. He's creative enough to make that into a joke. I think he handled it wrong.
Yeah. I mean, because you could have easily, like, I don't want to say fall on your sword, but you could have easily been like, listen, it was a long time ago. I made a mistake. I miscalculated something. Let's move on.
I would have respected the shit out of that.
You could have just left it alone.
Niggas was young. I was 20.
Yeah, I was hot-headed, and
I felt that G Unit was the biggest shit going. I had the biggest song in New York.
Which is something similar to what he says.
Yeah, but he says that after.
He does.
Nigga, clear that up.
You can't make that comment first.
Yeah.
Just say it, because, respect. He did say that afterwards.
Yeah.
He said, dog, I had the biggest song in New York, and if you go back and mash the two together, pause, Dipset and G Unit, that's the biggest shit ever.
Right. He said, I looked at it like we should be making money together and going
Correct.
to chords and stuff like that. I don't know why Cam Cole up there started wilding.
And then Cam could have been like, they could have had that conversation, and Cam would have been like, nigga, for you. Because he was fronting on you. You was signed to Koch. They could have had that conversation, moved on. The next day they were 50 and they take over the world. Yeah. Cool. I wish it would have went that way. However, this nigga said, like, you can't say, you know what I'm saying? Tugging is a lot. Tugging on it, son. Pause. Hold on. Any hand placement, it don't matter what part of your body. Pause. That was a lot. I was like, God damn, Jones.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm talking about I'm coughing up shit when I'm watching this shit. Oh, shit, what the fuck is going on? Came out the country, can't call the nigga. I'm sure the nigga's phone number is ringing off. Crazy. I didn't even call him. I ain't talked to that nigga since. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say, nigga.
Honestly, though, this shit is sad.
It's whack because it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, and it's like...
And avoidable.
50 and Banks, like, you don't want to see shit like this.
And Banks was just giving 50 so much credit. The last interview
he always
with Banks,
does.
He said...
50 taught me how to write songs.
He is the best songwriter. Not just that he taught me him. I had the greatest songwriter in history in-house, which is why I'm successful.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, 50, you starting to make me think you're a bad guy, nigga. Like, what's up with Banks?
Yeah.
Banks never got on anywhere and said anything wrong to that nigga. He's wild loyal. Yeah.
And like...
It's like he expect too much. You got to be yayo loyal or nothing.
Right.
And 50 had a hard life, pause. Like, a lot of people have, like, wronged him. So I get why he's distrustful with people. But not with Banks. Banks has shown a solid resume of being loyal.
He's never publicly disrespected him.
Never.
Nothing close to even, like, a disparaging remark or like anything opposite a compliment. Always in the highest esteem. Complimentary every single time. Come on, son.
And it's like...
Even after he's been publicly disrespected.
Yes. He's always like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we don't know what happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we don't know why 50
Yeah, but then
really
don't make
we don't
it
know why
public,
Jim feels that way. We don't know why
he
Cam
doesn't
feels that way.
publicly do that, though.
Right. I don't think it should ever be done publicly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think it's something that's like, men, especially black men, sometimes it's a conversation you got to have.
Yeah. But hold on. The only shit with the Cam and Jim shit is, I know.
Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. For more content, click over here. And most importantly, sign up for our Patreon. We need the money. Reg, stop lying.